doesn't say that it's recording yet. Beautiful. There we go.
Yep. Okay.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay. So welcome to our second of 8 continuing ed classes. I'm super excited about this topic. I'm super excited that you're here, and look forward to sharing with you some of the great stuff about our supplements and nutrition. Just a couple little things. My goal tonight is to cover what we need to cover in about 45 minutes, and then leave a few minutes for questions. So in the meantime, though, as I'm covering the material, you're welcome to type in the chat, and we'll have a couple people answering questions for you throughout the class. And we are going to cover basically the supplements that doTERRA offers, and then in that 45 minutes, and then after that, if you want to hop off, you're welcome to. If you wish to stick around for another 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to cover some business basics as well. So, and that is totally just up to you. So, let's get started here. Uh-oh. Okay. So, sometimes when I talk about food, I feel like everybody knows all these things. So I don't want to assume anything, and I'm going to kind of start from the basic here, from the ground up. Why? If you're tuning in from somewhere outside of the United States, maybe you're healthier than us, but why in the United States are people so sick? And globally, there's a lot of other countries who are adopting a lot of our ways too. And as you see, a lot of it has to do with food, like Hippocrates, his famous quote, which I can't quote perfectly, but let thy food be thy medicine, or something like that. It's true. Food is our fuel. It's like, what quality of gasoline do you put in your car to make it perform the best? And as many people know, our highly industrialized world and speedy, busy lives, we've made acquiring food quicker and easier. However, in the process of acquiring easier, quicker food, we have lessened the quality and the value of it for our bodies. And it is absolutely the foundation of why we as a society and even as a world are just getting sicker and sicker and having more and more disease. And on top of that, we're stressed out. Our healthcare system is broken. There's a lot of side effects to drugs and different types of things like that are just making our society sicker and sicker. And I can guarantee that even if you are a really clean eater and you work really hard to get healthy food or grow your own food, and it's organic and non-GMO and all those good things, that as you age, your body still needs additional support in building and being strong enough to take on life. I have spent over 20 years, one of my favorite subjects, I'm a total nerd about food. And I have no degree in anything except I've read a million books and watched documentaries and studied different people and asked questions and looked at ingredients in grocery stores and grown my own organic food, and because of my own health issues, I've made a really, really concerted and focused effort to ingest the best that I possibly can. Now, before I started doTERRA, I actually was kind of a snob about supplements. I actually thought, you don't need supplements. Nobody needs supplements if they eat healthy. like me. I eat raw, organic, healthy food, mostly plants. One of my favorite books on food is actually called In Defense of Food by Michael Pollan. He's actually a journalist, but he did a research study on the effects of food on our society. And one of his best quotes ever is, eat food, not too much, mostly plants. And I kind of just follow that model. I also have an autoimmune disease that makes it so I had to find the kind of a really great balance with my food. And in all that study and research, I realized I learned a lot about it, and the whole kid food movement, hot dogs and chicken nuggets and all that stuff, it just doesn't nourish the body. And then as we get older, we all need support, additional support, because there's certain nutrients that our body produces when we're younger, but it doesn't as we get older. It stops. Nutrition is the foundation, and it allows our bodies to function normally. It helps us increase energy, mental clarity, which are huge challenges these days in this busy world, right? So, and then obviously supporting your cardiovascular health and proper inflammatory responses, which also is challenging in our world today. So I didn't think I needed supplements before, but as I started to get older, I recognized that I actually did. And so I decided to try. The foundation of what we offer is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And I decided to give it a try because I thought, well, sure, maybe I need a little extra nutrition in my diet, right? Believe it or not, like I said, even if you're a super healthy eater, you likely are not consuming 12 servings of fruit and vegetables a day. Maybe some are, maybe in smoothies. I typically will in a smoothie, consume quite a few, or in a salad, but I don't eat smoothies and salads every day. And, if you're busy like me, you probably don't either. So, our Lifelong Vitality Pack, I was blown away when I started taking it. Because I have autoimmune challenges, energy is really tricky for me. I could sleep for 20 hours a day and still not feel rested. And pretty quickly, within a couple weeks to about a month of taking it, I could feel increased energy throughout the day. And I was really impressed with that. As you see here, it's made with no fillers. It's just simply food. It also has essential oils in it. So in one of those supplements there are essential oils like clove, which is high antioxidants, frankincense, which is highly anti-inflammatory, thyme, which is really great to protect you from viruses, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, and ginger, which are good for the tummy, and German chamomile and caraway. So a list of really fabulous support to decrease inflammation in the body or strengthen the body against inflammation. And chronic inflammation especially is really, it really benefits that. So yeah, and the omegas are in a capsule that preserves their potency longer. So that's super cool. And then, okay, so let's talk about gut health for just a minute. So my whole family, by the way, is on Lifelong Vitality. My husband and I take it every day. We have for 10 years now, without fail. I always know when I miss it. So it is an absolute foundation. And then next to that foundationally is digestive enzymes. So that is one of the nutrients in your body that your body produces for several years. And then I can't remember the age. I've read this multiple times, but it's late 20s, early 30s, something like that, where your body doesn't produce anymore. So you have a finite amount of digestive enzymes. And again, if you're eating processed food, if you're eating cooked food, it's really hard for your body to digest those things if you don't have the proper nutrients in there. And what this Terrazyme has is things like protease, lactase. Lactase is what helps you digest lactose. A lot of Americans especially are lactose intolerant or can't handle dairy products and things like that. It has a nice long list of enzymes that help you break down all the different things out there, even an anti-gluten agent in it that helps with that. Not to say that if you are celiac or you are intolerant to gluten that you can just go ahead and start eating that and take Terrazyme, but it can help combat the effects of gluten in the body for those who, like myself, I don't have a severe issue with it, but I keep it under minimal. I keep it into a minimal amount, and I take Terrazyme. So also the gut is such an important part of your overall health. It's where most of your immune system exists, and so you want to keep it clean and functioning properly. Also helps your mental wellness be stable, and so Terrazyme helps keep it clean and healthy, as well as the other foundational piece is PB Assist, which is a probiotic. So I think that probiotics have been kind of trendy for a long time, really popular. People are recognizing and understanding the need for probiotics in the diet, especially if someone has a compromised immune system of any sort, compromised gut. Someone like me who I had some big challenges. I had scarlet fever as a child and strep throat a lot of the years of my life. And, back then we didn't know that, the damaging effects that lots of antibiotics could have on the gut. And so I don't know if this is exactly where it came from, but I definitely I have irritable bowel syndrome since I was a teenager. And so for me, probiotics are absolutely fundamental to me staying healthy and well. And so we take PB Assist in our home every day. My husband and I both do, and my children take, and our teenager does, and then our children take the children's PB Assist, which is just little, it is xylitol based, so there's no sugar and no junk in it, but then it has natural strawberry and melon flavor in it, so it's yummy. I honestly, when I have sugar cravings, I'll take a PB Assist Junior and enjoy a little sweet treat, and my sweet tooth goes away, and it also helps my gut. So those are the other two foundational pieces to our health and wellness.
And Chelsea, sorry to interrupt quickly.
Yeah.
We just have a couple questions. So first of all, if you're having a hard time with Terrazymes and you just get really bad stomach pains, do you have any hacks for that? Any suggestions?
So this is someone who,
Stephanie,
when taking Terrazyme?
Yes, exactly. Every time she takes it, it's hard for her stomach pains. It gives her bad stomach pains.
That's interesting. I have not ever heard of that before. I'm curious that sounds like it's a little more complicated, but I'm curious what possible underlying conditions might be there, or what foods are consumed. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll definitely take a quick look into this. And I just wanted to mention, I have two great handouts that I'm sending in the chat right now on Terrazyme and PB Assist with some great information. Perfect.
Thanks, Jen. Yeah, and Jamie, if you have any thoughts on that too, feel free to share. Okay, so those are the foundations. And then beyond that, we all have individual challenges, right? There's people who have chronic pain, or easily stressed out, anxiety type of things, or chronic inflammation, or sleep challenges. So this list that we're about to cover really quickly, these are your targeted supports. So let's start with the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. This is such a great product. First of all, if you don't already love Deep Blue topically, well, most people here probably do. But if not, you're going to want to try it because it is so fabulous for any discomfort of any kind. And I can say that, I mean, I live on it, to be honest, because with autoimmune things, I'm challenged by chronic pain and inflammation. And one of the things I use to help maintain and manage that is Deep Blue Rub and Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. And this week, I had knee surgery last Monday. And in order to taper off the pain medication, which I'm totally good with taking in the moment, I have been taking additional Deep Blue polyphenols. And they're making a huge difference in the swelling and all of that. So, using, like it says, in tandem with Deep Blue Rub and Deep Blue Oil, or daily as needed. That's what I do. I put it on my low back every day when I get out of the shower. And because I also have some low back injuries, people have little things that aches and pains. It's just great to keep that under control. Pre-post workout type stuff. If you need to take it every day, it's perfectly safe and good as well. So the next one is Adaptive. This one came out last fall, I believe. And it is blowing up the world of just mental health challenges. There's a lot of that in our world today. We are overstressed, overstimulated, and this is probably one of the best tools to manage those things. It is a neurotonic, and so what it does is calm the nervous system and promotes positive feelings. There was a study run, I don't know the details, maybe we can find it, but there was a study run on children as young as 12 who took this. After a couple of weeks, they reported feeling generally calmer and more stable. And after a month of using it, feeling significantly calmer and more stable on a regular basis. And so what that tells you, and this is true for all of our supplements because they are such a nourishing, whole food based ingredients, is that they over time, you'll see the effects more so than you will right away. Sometimes you'll see it right away, but more so over time. So supports the mood and helps improve the state of mind, encourages relaxation and mental well-being. Like, who doesn't need that, right? Supports cognitive function, which I think we all need. If anybody has children and their brains have been taken out like mine, we definitely need help there. So, and then acclimating to new surroundings. That's why it's called adaptive. Helps you adapt to change better. Oops, did I just go too many? Shoot. Nope. Okay, we're good. Turmeric. Is anyone else absolutely in love with turmeric? Oh my gosh. So I have for a few years gone to a functional doctor for some of my thyroid challenges, and he has put me on turmeric in the past. And I was so excited as we learned about this particular turmeric and the effectiveness of it to switch over to this. And now I take this one instead. So it's dual chambered, and what it has is it's turmeric powder inside, and then it also has turmeric essential oil, which helps the effectiveness of the powder. And it is 11% or more effective than other turmerics because of that dual chamber technology. And this is patented, so it's something only doTERRA has. And if you experience any inflammatory challenges in your body, you will know quickly with this one how effective it is. And I have, again, this last week, the surgery. In fact, Jamie, thank you for your brilliance. I totally have been taking extra turmeric, and it's been making a huge difference. Actually walking today. Yay. So the next best thing about turmeric is that turmeric, however you say it, I don't know. It may help the body fight free radicals. So like read between the lines on that. oxidative damage. If you know what that means, then you know you want to take this. We don't want free radicals. We don't want bad cells duplicating in our body. We want them to be shoved aside, and we want to grow healthy cells. That is a long-term plan for wellness if you want to live a long, happy life, right? So let's see. And I already shared that last part. Oh my goodness, why do I keep like jumping? Okay, Serenity capsules, you guys. I cannot say enough about Serenity. Serenity is my saving grace oil, and Serenity capsules are my other saving grace. So, sleep trouble, again, stress, being able to relax. Serenity also is a neurotonic, helps your mind settle down from the day, helps your body calm down. Anything that is nervous or stressed out, you can take this during the day, and it won't knock you out like Ambien. But so if you feel extra stressed and you want to add it to your day, I know people who do that. I personally take it 2 at night for restful sleep. And I noticed ever since I started doing that, I use the oil as well on my feet, put it on my hands, rub it together, breathe it in, rub it on the back of my neck, on my chest, on my pillow. And then I take 2 capsules of Serenity and 2 capsules of Copaiba, which we aren't going to cover tonight, but I'll just say a little snippet about it. The best sleep I've ever had in my life. I actually dealt with insomnia for years. Totally ended up on, all the stuff that's not great for your liver or kidneys. And it didn't actually work so great for me. I would feel groggy in the morning and crabby the next day. And Serenity actually helps you get a nice, deep, restful sleep, and then you wake up refreshed the next day. So my mood personally has increased and improved a ton since I've taken Serenity. Helps reduce stress in general. Like I said, calms the nervous system. If you have trouble with any sort of sleep or calming, then you will want to make sure this is added to your list. Phytoestrogen and bone nutrient. Okay. And side note, back to Copaiba. Copaiba is amazing, and you guys get a little secret. I actually went to my doctor today for my post-op appointment where they took out the stitches, and some of you know him, Dr. Winterton. He is on our medical staff at doTERRA. That's why I chose him for the surgery, because I knew that he would support me in my choices to support this surgery with oils. And not only that, but when I went into surgery, he sprayed what he called medical grade essential oils on my hands, which were peppermint and ginger, so that I would have minimal nausea coming out of anesthesia. Anyway, he told me today that he's so cute. He's so in love with doTERRA and passionate about what they're doing in the healthcare world. And he said, he's like, oh, me and the guys, we get on our Zoom call each week and we geek out about all the great stuff doTERRA is doing to get FDA approved in the post-operative protocols. And he specifically said Copaiba is one that they are working on for pain management. And it reminded me, I was like, duh, I've been putting lots of oils on my knee, lots of taking extra Copaiba in my, orally. But it reminded me that I needed to put that on my knee a little bit more. And it was so soothing when I got home. I put more on my knee and it felt so good. But the anti-inflammatory properties of that are significant. So anyway, that's a fun little secret for you. So phytoestrogen and bone nutrient, they are great to help balance. And by the way, this says doTERRA women, but they are good for anyone. Men and women both need, not necessarily the phytoestrogen regularly women do, but men also need bone support and added calcium and magnesium. So balancing and supporting normal hormone levels, phytoestrogen is a plant-based estrogen that helps your body balance its estrogen and progesterone levels. We are inundated in our world with xenoestrogens, which are fake estrogens. And you can't really help it. You can work on staying as clean as you can, but city pollution, eating from plastic, microwaving your food in plastic, eating from cans, cooking on pans that have those that are the non-stick pans. There's more things. I mean, antibiotic use, medication use, all that stuff can, even the processed foods, can make your body out, it can knock it out of whack and out of balance in hormones. And when hormones are messed up, there's a whole gamut of problems that can happen. I personally experienced it myself with infertility for years, and that's actually one of the reasons that I promote and encourage and will always champion organic food, because I know that the reason that that's a problem is because of the hormone, the fact that it messes with hormones. So phytoestrogen is a great way to help your body clean itself out of the xenoestrogens and balance your hormone levels. Obviously supporting healthy bones, heart, breast tissue, and other structures and functions. And then contains flaxseed extract, which is helpful in managing estrogen metabolism as well. And pomegranate extract, providing powerful antioxidant support, which we all need more antioxidants, right? So those are great additional support products. Mito 2 Max, oh my gosh, you guys, I could like stand on the rooftop and talk about Mito 2 Max. Mito 2 Max I'm so in love with. It supports healthy cellular energy production. So like I said, lack of energy was a challenge for me and lots of people that I've worked with. And what Mito 2 Max does with the ingredients that are in it is it actually nourishes your adrenal glands. It feeds your adrenals what they need so that if they're burned out like mine, or they're on their way to, they're stressed out, they can actually function and do what they need to do. It enhances stamina, mental energy, and efficient use of oxygen. So it's a great product to use a couple different ways. I take it every day, 2 in the morning and 2 at night. Surprisingly, actually gives me a good night's sleep. It doesn't make me stay awake, but that's because I have burnt out adrenals, right? In fact, if a lot of these, if you take them before bed, they're just going to help nourish your body while it's in that rest and refuel, reload mode at night. So supports optimal mitochondrial function, aerobic capacity, and stamina without the use of harmful stimulants. Also a great way to have like a midday pick-me-up. If you don't want to be a coffee drinker, or you want to make sure you're staying away from stimulants, this is a great natural way to keep yourself awake throughout the day. If you are an athlete and you need extra energy boosts, you can also take additional Mito 2 Max for support. So I'm in love with this product, so much in love with this product. All right. Zendocrine complex is, again, like I said, we are assaulted on the regular with all the crazy stuff in the air, in our food, in our environments. And this product is just a great way to keep your filtering organs filtering and doing the work that they're supposed to do. Your liver, kidneys, colon, lungs, and skin. It's great support for keeping those functioning properly. This is one you can take regularly if you, especially, if you know that you're not going to eat healthy, or you live in a big city and you're with, near pollution all the time, or you, just those factors, then this is a great one to take on the regular. Or you can take it with doTERRA's, they have a 30-day cleanse detox that you can also experience to kind of kickstart your body into functioning normally and properly as well. So, and like the last note says, that it can be enhanced by taking Zendocrine blend or soft gels. You can also take the doTERRA, the blend, the oil blend of Zendocrine, and rub it over your liver to add support to that. So Yarrow Palm is something that came out this past year as well. I haven't used it very much, but I've heard really great stories about it. Yarrow Palm is a deep cellular beauty complex, but again, it's also fights free radicals. So it helps your body obviously create and produce healthy cells and generate healthy cells, and helps your skin from the inside out. So it's on a cellular level. It helps brighten and illuminate your complexion, and maintain a youthful appearance, and feel great at the same time. So, okay, so here's a recommended daily schedule. Shoot, I gotta move my bar over here. Okay, recommended daily schedule. Here's the deal. I am not super fancy about how I do this. So for me, it's whatever I can fit in at breakfast, that's what I take. And whatever I can fit in at dinner, that's what I take. When I'm getting my food nourishment, I'm also going to get my supplement nourishment. And so that's what I recommend. If you're a little more methodical and you want to spread it out more, you can, like this is recommending. But like ultimately, I just literally take about 16 pills at each meal, because it's like, hey, here's another bite of fabulous food, of the best food I could get. And I'll take 4 to 6 at a time. And so if you're good at taking pills, then that's how I'd recommend doing it, and just get them down. And let's see, if you need to add some to your lunch midday, then it's just easier to remember. So in our house, I set out little shot glasses for my kids with, that's all we use shot glasses for, are for vitamins. So I put their PB Assist in there, and their other multi and an additional vitamin C as well, in a little shot glass. And that's what they take every day. And so they just take it with breakfast. So, oops. All right. So, as you see here, this is just showing you the value of what you're getting. So, like I told you in the beginning, I was a little bit of a supplement snob at the, before doTERRA. And when I did start buying supplements, I would buy really expensive, really, really fabulous ones, right? From the health food store or other brands and things. And when I compared the price of doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality to the products I was getting, it was like $250 worth of supplements for $79 a month. So if you're not already on Lifelong Vitality, this is how this looks, or not Lifelong Vitality, but on loyalty rewards, this is how this can look. Because this is basic foundation, this is something you're going to want to do every month. Lifelong Vitality, Terrazyme, and PB Assist are all foundational. And then whatever targeted support products you noticed tonight or took note of, you can add to your order as well. And this, for example, here has a $185 order, which is worth 133 PV or point value. And if you were to order that every month before the 15th, then you would receive the free oil of the month, as well as free product credits. So coolest thing is that those point values return to you 10 to 30% by the time you've ordered for 9 months. So it's every 3 months, it grows 5%. By the time you've ordered for 9 months, that much every month, you're getting 30% back. So you're getting $35 back in product credits that you can use then to buy more product or save up for the more pricey oils like rose or helichrysum or frankincense. So that's a really fun way to do it. And then additionally, doTERRA will exchange your shipping fee for product credits as well. So say you spend $4 or $6 on shipping, and you'll get 6 points back in product credits to add to your order. So this is the best and smartest way to buy them, of course. You can always do it on a standard order as well, but it obviously is recommended to do it this way, and it's most fun for sure. Oh, additionally, this is a really fun ad that doTERRA has, where if you purchase your Lifelong Vitality Pack on your loyalty rewards order, these products here and here, so what we mentioned, the deep blue polyphenols, those are pretty pricey. And then the Mito2 Max, PB Assist, there's the kids vitamins, let's see, and then a couple other products. But you can get those at a super discounted price as like an add-on. They just call it an add-on. So you can get those much more discounted if you add them to the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So that is a really great bonus. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
And sorry, just before we move on, I'm going to share our class questionnaire in the chat. Just make sure everyone, you go and fill that out so that we have all your information. And Chelsea, do you want to pick a code word for today?
Oh, nutrition.
Love it. Beautiful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make sure you fill that out, guys. That way you can get the prize. You can get your freebie at the end of these classes, okay? All right. Am I showing here? Are you guys looking at me? Because I'm just looking at you. I don't see me. I want to see you guys. There we go. Okay, I see your faces. This is fun. Okay, any specific questions that haven't been answered yet in the chat? Feel free to raise your hand, unmute yourself.
We have a question in the chat, sorry. What is a dual chamber mean? What does a dual chamber mean?
That's a great question. So the dual chamber is, oh, let me show you. I actually have one right here. It's where there's two things going on in the pill. So our PB Assist, for example, I don't know why I grabbed a brand new bottle of it. PB Assist, for example, if you can see this.
Chelsea, we can't see you right now. We just see the logo.
Oh, hi. Nobody worry. I'm right here. Here I am.
There we go.
I can't see me. Hi, there's me. Okay. Can you guys see that? That is a dual chamber capsule. And there's two things happening in here. There's a powder in the teeny green one, and then there's a gel of sorts in the larger capsule. And in this case, it's a probiotic and a prebiotic. Prebiotic is the food that feeds the probiotics so that it stays alive long enough to get in your tummy. So that's what a dual chamber is. Good question. Any other questions or testimonials? Like a short little snippet on any of the products we covered tonight?
Carmen has a question here. She says, is there a specific reason you choose to take the Yarrow caps at bedtime?
Oh, that's a good question. I actually, like I said, I haven't tried them yet, but I have heard that it's the best time to take them at night because I'm totally looking at you, Carmen. I know your screen is just your screen, but I see your happy face. Because that's when your body is resting and working on regenerating and refueling and all that overnight. So it's just the best time to do it. In fact, somebody said recently that they keep it in their bathroom so that they do it while they're brushing their teeth. So it's a great idea. Okay, any testimonials or questions?
Really quick, Serenity Soft Gels at my house. It's been a game changer for mostly my daughter, who's a little more intense, and like she she can't like get her brain to shut down at night. Like she's just kind of anxious. And so for her, I did in the chat a little note because lavender sort of like opened a lot of stuff up for her so she could work through it, but it also made it a little harder for her. But Serenity soft gels have been amazing. She gets into a nice, good, deep sleep. And then we also do wild orange and cedarwood oils on her feet because they seem to really just help her quiet her little mind down. And so I think that that's been a really great combo. So that's one of our things that we super love. But,
I love that, Jamie.
Yeah.
And so just so you guys know, the idea of wild orange might sound a little strange for bedtime because it's energizing usually, but it's recommended for bedtime because it actually helps you stay asleep. It helps you go back to sleep if you get woken up, or if you have, you know, in all the cycles of sleep, if you have lighter and you get woken up, it helps you go back to sleep. So it's really great.
Totally. We kind of call it the It's Okay oil at our house because citruses are awesome to just like, it's sunshine, right? It's like the world's okay type of an oil. So again, for like my busy brain people, it's just really nice to kind of know that you're all right. So yeah.
I love that.
Hi, this is Barbara. When I click on the link to do the after session questionnaire, it says I've already responded. Curious.
Let me take a quick look at that. I'll be right back and make sure
Okay.
it works. Thank you.
Mom, are you trying to say something? Hold on.
There we go. Oh, no.
No. I don't know why it's not unmuting you. Let me try it this way. Hold on. I was just trying to unmute you, but
You should be able to unmute her. If you go to participants, are you there on the right?
yeah. Interesting. And it just is. Oh, wait. Oh, where'd she go? Okay, it says you're unmuted. Type it in the chat. Sorry, Mom, I don't know how to fix that. It's not like I'm clicking on the right things, but okay. I'm going to,
And sorry,
I'm going to move on. Yeah, go for it.
The Google Doc link, the Google form should be good to go now. Sorry about that, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Barbara.
Awesome. Okay, if there is nothing else, just make sure you fill out that form, and I'm going to move on to the next little section here. And we're going to talk a little bit about this amazing business that we have. Okay, let's see. Uh-oh. That's not a good screen to see. Hold on. There we go. Okay, are you seeing the screen now? The appropriate screen. All right, so when you use oils, you typically want to share oils and you typically want to teach others. That's just kind of how this often goes. And so we're going to cover a few basics about that, and then we'll stop at the end. You can ask more questions as well. So there's 3 different ways to share the oils. So I'm going to back up for just a second. So I actually didn't know what I was getting into when I first started using doTERRA. I was having an allergy attack in the park. My friend put some Maluka on my feet and under my nose, and it worked. And I was like, what? And so it kind of woke me up to this world of essential oils. And I started learning about them. She invited me to classes for 9 months, and I never could go. Finally, I went, and then finally, I started using them more and more. I bought them from her too. And I was just really loving them. We weren't in a financial position to buy anything except, an oil here and there. And so I I started using them though, and really falling in love and really feeling like a shift in our home. And I started giving them to people. I was like, oh, your baby can't sleep, here, try this lavender. Oh, you have your tummy's a little upset, here, try this peppermint. And it would just work for people. And I was like, this is so cool. And finally, my friend said, hey, you probably should do this as a business. And I was like, what? Okay. It felt like, yeah, this is the right thing to do, but I didn't even know what I was getting into. In fact, I was back then, and still to a degree am, a network marketing hater. I was like, those people are weirdos, and I don't want to be a weirdo, right? And so the trick with this though was that I was falling in love with this product and seeing how it changed my world and my friends' worlds. And I couldn't stop talking, right? And so it was just like, people need to know it. If somebody is in my face, they're going to know about oils because they're so amazing. And it was like this, evangelizing. It was like totally ready to share with the world. Everybody needs it. So I just kind of ran with that. And I quickly learned the financial benefits and value of doing that. We were in a really sticky, tricky financial situation. That was right at just after the 2008 recession. And we weren't sure we were going to be able to keep our house. We were really stressed out about finances, and I wanted to contribute, and this just lined up. And as time went on, we started making, more and more and more of an income from it, to the point that and it got busier and busier, and our team grew more and more, to the point that my husband had to quit his job because I needed some help. And it just kept growing and growing. And I can't even tell you how many times we've had moments that have made me realize and kind of woke me up to the reality, because sometimes it's easy to take things that are familiar for granted. And there have been enough moments in our lives where, we needed an emergency situation, like an emergency room visit, or we needed even, this knee surgery, or COVID-19 happens, and we realize the huge blessing that this is to us, where neither of us had to keep going to a job where we could have been vulnerable to sick people. We just kept working from home. And our team actually grew more in these last few months than it has in a long time. And it's because people recognized they needed these products. And so as I share these details with you, just something to think about is potentially how a residual income could be a blessing to you. If there's any potential setbacks in your life, or moments that maybe your job is on the line, maybe there's maybe there's actually more recession on its way because of where the things have gone lately. So just some things to think about. So there's 3 ways to share, and we're going to cover each of those just briefly. But referrals, so if doing, selling oils, or sharing with friends, and running a business and working like a full-time job type thing with doTERRA isn't for you, maybe just referring people to the person who enrolled you, or to me, or to someone, is a great way to help them. So that's one option. And in exchange, perhaps you could get a free oil. That's kind of, how some of us do it. Or there's get an extra income, where you work part-time and enroll some friends here and there. Or you can end up building a team and supplementing or replacing your income like we have. So basically the first tier is, work 3 to 5-ish hours a week, personally enroll a few people a month, and you can reach one of these ranks. And I know these kind of look funny. They kind of look like a periodic table. So don't try to take in all that information if it's overwhelming. Just know that that's about the average income, the average number of people on your team or in your group, and Yeah, so the average volume that you and your group would create at each level. And that is, minimal work, but it is work, and does take some focus time. But hey, Elite alone, you could be paying for your products. So say, for example, you're like, I'm so in love with these. I want all of them, and I want to spend $500 a month because they're so great. So you enroll a handful of people and help them get their products each month, and you could be paying for your habit, right? You're getting a new habit here, and you could be paying for it. So at any of those levels, right? Or potentially supplementing an income there. A larger supplementing of an income could be working 10 to 15 hours a week, sometimes more like 20 at these levels, but enrolling 4 customers a month is not that hard, especially if you live out in the world, you talk to people, you interact with people. I don't know about you, but I noticed right off the bat, and I paid attention before doTERRA, but people always want to talk about their health, right? They either want to talk about their health or someone in their world's health, their mom or their brother or their child. Somebody's challenged by this thing, and you're like, oh, well, here, why don't you try this? Here's a little something you could try and see if it works. And there's no harm in it. There's no potential danger. There's no risk. It's super inexpensive to share. And then you could potentially be making, a significant income with that. And then replacing an income, which I don't know about you, but when I saw these numbers in the beginning, it looked astronomical to me. It was like, nobody does that. Not anybody in the world. And I now know that people do. And 15 to 30 hours a week. I know for me, for several years, there were a good 40 plus hours a week of work, but I could do it. I had 1 kid. My husband was working full-time, getting paid part-time salary. And I was like, let's go. Let's fix this financial problem so that we can actually be more service to people, and actually help people more. So that is at about, 30 to maybe sometimes 40 hours a week, you could be potentially replacing an income. And again, making that residual, which is really significant. Simply put, sampling people is so basic. Give them a sample for some of the things, that they say they're dealing with. Tell them 3 cool things like why doTERRA, where oils come from, really simple things about them, and then 3 ways to use them, which is aromatic, topically, and internally. Show them some kits, and that's it. It can be a really simple conversation. And here are a few ideas of what to use for samples. There's the keychain that you can carry around with you and put the most commonly used oils. I always love to sample people peppermint because it's such a wow experience, but make sure they're careful that they don't put it in their eye. That's really cute. That we have the sample packets of Deep Blue Rub. Anyone who touches Deep Blue Rub falls in love. So keeping those on your person is always great too. And our toothpaste is fabulous as well. It has On Guard in it. So right now, as you have to wear a mask in some places, you might as well brush your teeth with On Guard, right? And be blowing On Guard in your mask. There's a lot less human to human connection going on as well. But social media, there's people complaining about aches and pains all the time. Or, just connecting via whatever, Marco Polo, your friends, and sending them samples in the mail. So that can be super simple too. If you guys are still with me, I will keep going. Anybody want to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down? Are you tired? I can keep going.
Keep going.
Okay. All right. So the 4 ways to earn money in doTERRA. This is a high level overview because some of you know this gets deeper and deeper and you want to, dive into it later. But this Fast Start bonus is what you get when you enroll a new person, and you get that every time you enroll a new person. And that there's more details to that too, which is really beneficial. Upfront money when you're working, and it's not like you're getting a paycheck from this, right? So it's, hey, good job, you enrolled somebody. Here's a little money. You get 20% too, which is significant. And then the Power of 3 bonus which is a structural bonus, and it goes from $50 to $1,500 a month, depending on your structure. And it is a fabulous bonus to shoot for as your team grows. And pretty cool that $1,500 can be a bonus, huh? And then the unilevel bonus, which is basically your income, long-term income on your customer base, the people on what they order forever. And just so you know, a really fun fact is that about 85% of the people that you share doTERRA with will likely just be customers and just love the product and just really, you know, like you've changed their world and they just want it to be that way. That's perfect. And about 15% will want to do a business, you know, run a business out of this. And then leadership bonuses, which you get at certain ranks. The company, you get a percentage of the company's entire volume for the year, their revenue, which is significant as well. They're not a publicly traded company in the stock market. It's actually private, and you are essentially a shareholder. So that is really powerful. Fast start bonus, that's what we just talked about. So we probably don't need to go through the details of this. But you earn more than just who you enroll. If you enroll new people, you also make a percentage 3 times over. So, and that's in their first 60 days, whatever they order. It's really beneficial. Here's the fast start bonus. Some number examples as well based on orders. And those come weekly. The rest of the checks come monthly. Power of 3 bonus, there's your structure. So you can do that multiple times as well across. So you don't just have to end with a $1,500 bonus. Let's see. And those details we can cover individually. So here is one of the first steps. If you want to build a doTERRA team or have been building a doTERRA team and you need business help and training, this, in fact, Jen, can you put the link to this in the chat for everyone? They're called daily mentor calls, and it's right there. You can see daily mentor calls. You can just look it up online too, but we'll share the link with you as well. Basically, these are the steps you go through from day 1, and there's 52 calls. They're like, 4 to 5 minutes each. Some are a little longer, and you just take the step. You take the next step, and this is how you build a doTERRA business, and this is how you share with people and change hundreds to thousands of lives. doTERRA is now at like 9 million members or more, I think, right now, which is just amazing. All right, so ending with this quote by Greg Cook, who is one of our executive founders: when you share doTERRA products, you bring hope and wellness to the people you love, your community, and ultimately the world. Selling the doTERRA way is about service. One drop at a time and one person at a time, we are serving the world with wellness solutions. So, like I said, I personally will never, ever in my life want to be without doTERRA products ever again. And I want to make sure my babies grow up loving them and using them and sharing them with their friends. My children do it, by the way. I just choked. My children share these with their friends, and it's the sweetest thing in the whole world. I actually just looked at a picture the other day of my little Ruby giving her friend who was nervous to come to her friend's house. She was nervous to come here. Some Brave. That was Ruby's favorite oil, is Brave. And she was rubbing it on her little hand and helping her feel more comfortable here. So it's just a gift. doTERRA is a gift. And yeah, I love it. And we'll talk about it and share it forever because it's such a blessing. So anybody have questions? They want to raise their hand and ask.
Chelsea, Stephanie just has a quick question here in the chat if you want to pull that up. She says, can we share this class with others that have not registered? I just realized a friend that uses the oils on and off, but could use this information. We will have this information, this link tomorrow on our Facebook group so that you can view the live recording till Friday evening at 11:59 p.m. So,
correct. And moving forward, she can register for the rest of the series. So great question, Stephanie. Any other questions or business testimonials? Would love to hear that too. How doTERRA might have changed your life financially.
Well, what Facebook page is it that this link will be on tomorrow?
It will be on the Essential Simplified Community Group and the Essential Simplified Business Group.
How do I know if I'm in that or not?
If you're not, if you want to just type in your name right here, I will grab your name and I'll make sure to tag you in the post so that you get the post.
Okay, thank you. I'll try here.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Post.
Anything else from everyone? You guys, thank you for being on this call. This was really fun. Really, really fun. And we look forward to more. Invite your teams if you have them. Invite your friends, your enrolled friends. And then if they're not, enroll them and invite them to keep learning about how these can change their lives and their world. And it was great to be with you all. You have a wonderful night. I think we'll close now. Good night, everybody.
Good night.